This is what we're making today, and I am so excited to share this process with you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. Let's look quickly at the materials that I'll be using. I'm using tearaway stabilizer as well as water soluble stabilizer. I'm using my brand new 8 by 9 inch mighty hoop, and I'm using these mesh bags that I purchased in a 6-pack from Walmart. This is what a pack looks like that has not been opened. And I also have a pack that is just a little bit different. So pay attention to the ones you're purchasing. They're not in the same area. These have a space, like if you wanted to put these in a binder, you could use these. In my opinion, while they are the same size, the ones with the space for a binder feel a little bit different. I will be using my Ricoma Marquee 2001 20-inch multi-needle machine. Now let's go into the software so I can show you how to prepare the files. Now I did purchase this font from designsbylittlebee, and I'm just going to go ahead and prepare the names because these bags that I'm demonstrating how to make today are part of an order that someone placed with me. This font is only available in uppercase letters, but I am going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing in the software in terms of the stitch type. So right here for my stitch, I'm using a satin stitch, and I am going to increase the density because of the material of the bags that I'm using. I'm going to increase the density to 0.45, and I will click apply. I am keeping the stitch length at 3.5. Now we're at the underlay panel. I am going to remove the parallel line, and I'm going to check the box for a center line underlay, and I'm also going to check the box for edge travel. I'm not making any other changes to the numbers that you see in those boxes. But not least, I'm going to go over to the commands, and I'm changing the end command to trim so that there's a cut in between each letter, and there aren't long strings just hanging out once the trim is finished. All right, I'm going to double check the size of the file, and I'll make sure it's big enough and centered on the bag, and I'll do this for all the names. Save Zaria's file as an RDE first and then as a DST, and then I'll repeat this process for Nova and Ava. Let's work on Ava. So I've just typed in her name in the box. I'm going to click apply. You can add space in between the letters if you want to do that. I am going to keep the same settings that I had the first time with the satin stitch and a density of 0.45. I'll click apply once I have it. I'll use the same center line underlay with the edge travel, and I'll make sure that the end command is set to trim. I'll resize the height and width to make sure it is big enough, especially since Ava only has 3 letters in her name. Once I'm finished with that, I will save her name, her file, as an RDE and then as a DST, and I'll finish off with Nova's file. I am going to save my files on a USB drive, and I'll insert it into the embroidery machine when it's time. But let's go ahead and add the stabilizer and get the bags prepared to go over to the embroidery machine. So with my 8 by 9 inch mighty hoop, I'm going to unzip the bag and put the hoop in. Now you'll see me put the hoop in one direction, but I'm actually going to flip it so that the flatter part of the hoop is what's inside the bag. I'll cut a piece of tearaway stabilizer that's big enough to fit all the way across the hoop. And once I have the size of the first piece that I need, I'll just repeat that process 2 more times. It doesn't make sense to just keep cutting. I might as well just finish it all at once and then move on to the water soluble stabilizer. Well, now is cutting a piece of water soluble stabilizer, and I like to hoop mine instead of just floating it. It to me is just more secure, but you can do it the way that works best for you. So I'm going to cut a piece. I want to make sure it's really, really tight as I can, and then I'll grab my mighty hoop and just place it down on top. And once it snaps into place, I will pull both sides of the bag to make sure it is really, really tight. I'm even going to put my hand inside to make sure I'm pulling both sides of the bag to make sure it's super tight. And then I'll do the little test to make sure it sounds like a drum on the inside and that there is no give and that it's not loose in any way. Once I feel good about how secure it is, I'll go over to the embroidery machine and get started. I'm going to start with Nova's bag. I have decided to use pink. I'm going to make all of the thread match the zippers, and we'll just continue with this process. After I have her file loaded, I will do a trace to make sure that the needle is not going to hit the hoop. I'm going to do a full trace and then an area trace just by putting my finger down with the first presser foot. I'll speed through that process and then we'll get started with Nova's bag. Let's quickly stitch out Zaria's bag, and once we're finished, we'll move on to Ava's bag. Let's start to clean the bags up. I'm going to remove the water soluble stabilizer, and I'm also going to make sure to get the pieces from the inside of the letters. It just peels away really easily, or you can just use a spray bottle and it's almost like a magic trick. All right, and once I finish that, I turn each bag inside out and then just peeled the tearaway stabilizer away. These stitched out so nicely and so easily. The whole process may have taken 35 minutes for all three bags. They really did stitch out quickly. I was pretty impressed. Maybe not 35 minutes, maybe closer to an hour for all three bags. And then it was just time to get it all cleaned up. I made sure to remove all of the tearaway stabilizer from inside of the bags, and then I turned them back, right side to the right side, and then just zip them. And hopefully Zaria, Ava, and Nova will love their bags. These are so cute, and there are so many possibilities for these bags. I made them also for my daughters. They're going to use theirs for their travel bags, but leave me some ideas down in the comments below. Like, if you had a bag like this, what would you use it for? Because I can just think of so many things. And if you've been with me, you know how much I love my name. I would love to have something like this with my name on it. I'm going to make something with my name on it. I just didn't have a red bag, so that's why I was a little tiny bit hesitant. But I might use one of the maybe yellow or orange. I haven't decided yet, but hopefully you did find this tutorial helpful and now your wheels are spinning. These are very popular right now on Etsy. I've seen them for $15 each. So if you have an embroidery machine and you have a Walmart near you, get to shopping so you can get to making. If you found this helpful, please remember to do the things. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.